Hi guys, this is my self-analysis speech or video. I wrote down some stuff that to help me out with it. So yeah, let's get started. I think I did a pretty good job for it being my first time sort of speaking to a camera just by itself, because I'm able to cut and paste what I want from a video through editing, so I don't have to think of doing something bad. Like the whole I can just cut that out and it's straight, like it's perfect. I can pretty much edit the perfect speech. But you'll be able to notice that it's edited unless I really pay attention to detail and I stay still while I say and then, but it's too much work for this and I'm not gonna fool the teacher, whatever. One of the biggest things was that I moved around too much on this chair, and I'm doing it now. Actually, you know what? There we go. Okay, no more moving around. Okay, that I moved around too much on that chair, and that just shows that you're nervous. Actually, studies show that if you speak to people, to human beings, because I've presented before, and I've never had this much trouble speaking to someone as I do to this camera. And pretty much, it's a lot easier to speak to a human being because you can get feedback from them and not a camera, which you get no feedback from. So you're self-conscious all the time, like, am I doing this correctly? Am I not doing this correctly? I'm sorry if there's poor lighting. It's about to rain outside. Anyway, so what else? Hand movements. People didn't tell me anything bad about them. Actually, I got congratulated about my hand movements, but I remember thinking to when I was filming it, and I remember forcing the hand movements. I was doing this a little too much, and I was just, I don't know how to really say it, but I was moving too much. Speech. I got a comment about my speech from Artavia. There's no way I can say that in English. I'm just gonna say Artavia in Spanish. Artavia, you told me about my speech and I commented on it. I don't know if you replied or not. I probably wouldn't have paid attention to it either. But I'm Cuban, and I came at the age of 9 and I was about to turn 10. Like I was 2 months away from turning 10. So it's not really like I want to speak like this. It's more of a speech thing. And I know you didn't mean it to disrespect at all. I know you didn't. I'm just trying to explain to you and to everybody else why my speech is a little off. It is because I'm Cuban, and also because I went from Cuba to go to Miami, which is practically Cuba 2.0. So it's Cuba, it's a luxury Cuba, if that makes any sense. And then all my cousins and all that kind of stuff are from Spain, so I constantly talk Spanish to them. The only person I talk in English to is my mom, not even my mom, I'm sorry, my wife, and who also speaks Spanish. So even that sometimes. And everybody else, really. So I talk a lot of both. It's just, I talk Spanish to my family, and I laugh with them, and I naturally interact with them. So that's just my natural accent that I have. So yeah, what else was there? The eye contact. I do know that I have to fix my eye contact when I talk to people. For example, I would usually like look this way while I'm thinking of what to tell you, or while I'm thinking of an answer. If you ask me for math problems, I'm not going to look straight in the professor's eyes. I'm going to look this way, and then when I figure out the answer, I will look back to you and I will tell you the answer. That's just how I am. I don't know if it's psychological. I know I need to fix it. It's just how I've always spoken to people. It just started raining outside. Anyway, what else? Videos that I liked from some of my peers. I forgot his name. I'm really bad with names. He pretty much had an audience. I don't know if he's the only one that had an audience. I did watch all of them, but I kind of skimmed through the beginning to where people start, because I know always the beginning is more awkward for people, and they usually just do what I do at the beginning and say a lot of ums. And so he had an audience, which I applaud. It's very smart of you. I find it a lot easier to speak to a human being than to speak to a camera. The other one that I really liked was Once again, Artavia. If you were want to know what your name sounds in Spanish, that's what it sounds like. Artavia. Kind of pretty. It is pretty. You were standing up. I'm sitting down because my legs would be weak to the bone speaking to a camera with no editing. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm guessing that's annoying in the microphone. You were standing up, and that's my legs would be shaking, and I'd be moving around from left to right. You were standing and staying still. I don't know how much strength you had, how much you stayed in your mind that you need to stay still, but you did a really good job. You spoke fast, but not like a bad fast. You spoke fast, as in like you didn't stop to think like I'm doing currently in this video. You just went and gave this and this and that. You said here and there, but no, you did good. It's cool. Your story's cool. Really cool. Mine's kind of boring-ish. Those were my two favorites. I'm sure there were better ones, but those were the two things that I think I needed to work with. The guy, because I should have done that. I was really smart of him. And then the girl, Altavia, because just brave, dude. That was really cool. And to give all that information away, I gave information too, but I gave information too, the accent. And we, Hispanics also speak really, really fast. I need to calm down on that. What else? I think that was pretty much it. My wife saw the video and she thought it was good, but she like everybody else, she thought I moved around too much with the chair and my eye contact wasn't all there. I blinked a lot like I'm doing now, and I need to fix that. Hopefully this class will help me fix that. It's raining a lot. Alright, so have a good day, guys.